Learning English can sometimes feel like, well, a real chore, right? So today, we're going to talk about how to completely flip that, how to turn this whole journey into something simple, successful, and yeah, even joyful.
So, does any of this sound familiar to you? The frustration, the boredom, that feeling that you're just not making any progress? Hey, you are definitely not alone. But listen, it really doesn't have to be like that. We've got 7 super simple, practical tips that are going to make your English journey not just successful, but actually fun.
All right, so before you even crack open a book, the very first step is to kind of set the stage for success. So our first couple of tips, they're all about creating the right environment and routine. It's about building that solid foundation for everything else that's going to come. Our brains are kind of funny. They love routines and signals. So when you have one special spot that's just for studying, maybe a desk, a table, or even a quiet corner, you're sending your brain this super clear signal. Hey, it's time to learn. And it's amazing, this one little trick helps you snap into focus mode almost automatically. Yeah, it really is all about making clear connections in your mind. I get it. Studying on your bed feels comfy, right? But it totally sends a mixed message to your brain. Your brain knows your bed is for sleeping and your desk is for working. It's that simple. And keeping those two things separate, it helps you focus when it's learning time and actually rest when it's not. So just make sure your space is quiet, organized, and you've got all your stuff ready to go.
Okay, so just as important as where you study is, you guessed it, when you study. If you want to build that consistency, you gotta make English practice a habit that's just automatic, like brushing your teeth. And the easiest way to do that, just pick a specific time each day. Maybe it's right after breakfast, maybe it's at 4 p.m., whatever works for you.
And hey, don't feel like you have to block out hours and hours. Seriously, just 15 or 20 minutes of focus time a day, that's a great place to start. Because here's the secret. Consistency is way more powerful than how long you study in one go. A little bit every single day is so much better for your brain than one super long, exhausting session on the weekend. Trust me on this one. Okay, so we've got our foundation set. Now let's dive into the fun stuff, the actual actions that make learning feel less like work and more like play. These next few tips are all about your mindset and the methods you're using. All right, this next one, it's a total game changer. Think about it. If learning feels like a chore, you're just going to find excuses to avoid it. We all do it. But if it's fun, you'll actually look forward to it. And then motivation pretty much takes care of itself. So, how do you actually make it fun? Well, you could try using colorful pens to make your notes pop. Or put on some English songs and just sing along. Who cares if you're off key? Watch some cartoons. The language is usually a bit simpler there. All these things, they help you soak up new words and understand context without all the pressure of a formal lesson. Okay, now for what might be the most important mindset shift of all. This changes everything. It's all about your relationship with mistakes. Most of us are taught to see mistakes as a bad thing, right? As a failure. But we need to flip that and see them for what they really are.
Mistakes aren't your enemy. They're your teachers. Every single time you make one, it's a little opportunity. It's showing you exactly what you need to focus on next. So instead of feeling down about it, just think of it as your brain going, okay, let's learn this thing. So be kind to yourself. Progress takes time.
All right, here's a super simple but really powerful tool for you. Get a notebook, your own personal English dictionary, and when you learn a new word, don't just write down what it means. Use it in a sentence. So for happy, you'd write, I am happy. And hey, why not draw a little smiley face next to it? Doing this creates all these different connections in your brain, making that word so much more likely to stick. And this brings us right back to that 15 minutes a day idea.
It's those small, daily actions that are the real secret sauce. You could decide to learn just one new word a day. That's it. Or try something a little different, like changing your phone's language to English for just 10 minutes. All of a sudden, you're learning words like call, settings, and messages without even trying.
And honestly, this is the perfect way to think about it. Every little thing you do, one new word, one song, one short video, it's like a single drop of water. It might not seem like a big deal by itself, but over time, all those little drops are going to fill your English bucket right up to the top. All right, our final tip, and it's a big one. Don't go it alone. Seriously, learning with another person can completely change the game. A study friend gives you motivation. They help you stay on track, and maybe most important of all, they give you a real live person to practice with. You basically become Team English. You can practice having conversations, you can laugh at your mistakes together, and you can cheer each other on when you're feeling a bit tired. This makes the language feel so much more real and alive because you're using it for what it's actually for, connecting with another human being.
So, there you have it. Those are the 7 steps. They're really powerful but also super simple ways to completely reshape how you learn. Let's just do a quick run through to make sure they stick.
You know, it all really boils down to 2 main ideas. First, build that solid foundation with a dedicated space and a set time. And then, switch up your method. Make it fun, see your mistakes as your teachers, practice a little bit every day, and hey, share the whole experience with a friend. That, right there, is the path to joyful learning. And please, remember this. The goal isn't to be some kind of perfect student. It's all about being a happy learner. The real goal is just to find joy in the whole process, to stay relaxed and motivated, and to simply enjoy this amazing journey of learning a new language. So really, the only question left is, which one of these joyful steps are you going to try today?